but we do add sodium chloride to the water to keep the chloride levels up in the system. And it's a recirculating system, so we reuse the water over and over again. A lot of different higher form life forms also that we don't see at the other farms, like things like bristleworms, larger rotifers. This product, Trifecta, blends all three farms together, why we called it Trifecta, blend of all three farms, and it is very biologically active. It was one of the harder of the products we have. It was one of the harder ones to get stable. Stable in the sense that it wasn't anaerobic. It wouldn't explode in a 260-gallon IBC on the road. It's very high in BOD when it comes out of our waste tanks. It's at about a 2 to 3% solid content. So it's not a real thick waste, but it does have some energy in there. So we actually have to it takes us about 5 to 7 days to brew that, to get it stable to ship it. And then once it's shipped, it's highly recommended that it's either aerated when you receive it or you apply it within 24 hours. And this is the product that Kyle used at his farm. And once again,
just for the audience, BOD stands for biological oxygen demand. So the audience understands.
Okay, yes. So there's a lot of biology going on in there that needs oxygen. So we actually have to kickstart it using liquid oxygen that's vaporized into gas to get it going. And then at about 72 hours, it kind of stabilizes and we can just use aeration. All of my other products, I just used aeration to stabilize them. But because, like I said, this is also warm water, so it tends to be lower in oxygen, which is a little more of a challenge for brewing this stuff. But we've come up with a method. We've shipped it lots of different places. Lots of different people have used it. We definitely have a large volume of it. So it's one of our products that we only sell in bulk. We do not sell it in smaller containers. As much as people would like us to ship them a quart of Trifecta, we can't do that. It's too volatile in a small bottle. UPS doesn't like it when a bottle explodes in their truck. So we try not to send Trifecta. And then the hydrolysate is different. So the hydrolysate is separate. The hydrolysate is a hydrolysate. We do stabilize that pH, stabilize that. That's where we get the phosphates from. So there's not a lot of biological activity necessarily in our hydrolysate. There is some, but not compare. But when you use it as a part A, part B, so if you're a field grower and you put your hydrolysate down first, wait 3 to 5 days, and then apply your other soil amendment, whether it's Trifecta, Bold, or Rise and Thrive, you'll see the effects. And then you can feed it again, and then you can feed the NPK to, if your product happens to be corn. I have a couple cranberry farmers that are using the product this year. Last year, they would apply the Rise and Thrive. 3 days later, put the hydrolysate, and then do that again about 3 or 4 weeks later. So they did it multiple times in the year. And these were conventional cranberry farmers, and one of them saw a 15% increase. I think the number was about a 20% increase in quality. So with cranberries, it's important that there's different grades of cranberries, just like grapes. It was important to them that they saw an increase. And these were old bogs. I mean, these guys are 5, 6 generation cranberry farmers. So these bogs have been hit hard with conventional fertilizers for years. And they saw results in year one, which I think is very impressive. Being a dirt farmer for the first half of my life, to see that kind of turnaround with the biology in fields that didn't have a lot of biology to begin with was pretty impressive. And we've seen it multiple times. Leighton can speak on one of the clients that just sent him an email that had compacted soil, a cotton field, I believe it was, sprayed it on it in Texas and saw results, pretty impressive results right away. So.
Oh, I could go on and on about it. All right. I mean, I've been using this product combined with my compost and some worm castings, and there isn't anything that isn't incredible difference between conventional and the use of these products. It's just nice.
When you say this product, are you referring to the Trifecta or the Rise and Thrive, the Bold?
All three of them. I've used everything he's produced. He made that filter so I could steal his shit.
Yeah.
So we started with the bold. We started with the bold product.
Started with the bold, and then you guys, Keith got into this, man. He grabbed the bull by the horns and ran with it, and then started playing with some of these other components and adding them together to end results. But originally I was using Great Falls and a few other different companies in a similar situation. I would harvest the stuff from them, blend them together, aerobically stabilize them. So again, I've been doing this for a long, long time, and I'm just thrilled finally that the masses can have access to this stuff.